Hello, it's Peter Merrick, and today what I'd like to go and bring to your attention is, do you question your assumptions? When we're kids, we try things. We're told we can't do things, and we find out if we can or we can't. However, unfortunately, as we get older, we stop questioning things. And things might have been outside of our realm of capabilities when we were young. However, when we readdress them, we might have the skills to be able to now climb our Mount Everest. So I want to share with you a story that actually, for me, illustrates the power, the true power of questioning our assumptions and questioning whether or not they hold true, because we have to go and test them. And either way, we have to move forward to try to break through. And that is something that I've worked with many successful business owners, and most of them will tell me that the reason why they were able to do what they were able to do is because they did not rely on what had been done before. They went and they tested and they persevered and they had a goal. So let me share with you the story. It's a story about a newlywed couple. This couple just gets married, and the wife, she's making dinner, and she's making a roast beef. And the husband goes and comes home, and he sees that she cuts off the ends of the roast beef and she throws them into the trash. He finds this really puzzling. So he goes and asks his new bride, why did she do that? And she shared, this is what my mother did. So he goes and he doesn't know how to respond to that, so he lets it go. About a month and a half later, the newlywed couple has been invited over to the mother-in-law's house. And guess what she's serving? You got it, roast beef. And what did she do? She cut off the ends of the roast beef and she throws them in the trash. The son-in-law is really puzzled. So he approaches his mother-in-law very gently, and he goes and says, I'm wondering why you cut the ends of the roast beef off and you throw them out. She looks at him and she says, this is the way my mother made it when I was a little girl. So about 6 months passed, and the grandmother, his mother-in-law's mother, she comes back from Florida from being a snowbird, and they're eating dinner, and he wants to find out why the family does this really interesting thing where they cut off the ends of the roast beef and they throw it out. So he turns to his wife's grandmother, his mother-in-law's mother, and he asks, he says, I have a question to ask. And she says, honey, ask. Tatala, ask. So what? He goes and asks her and why, when she made roast beef, she cut the ends off. And she shares with him that when her and her husband first got married, they weren't wealthy enough to buy several pots. They only had one pot. So a big roast that she would buy on sale would never fit in this little pot that she had. And that's why she cut the ends of the roast beef. And then she turns to him and says, I never threw out the ends. I used them in the soup the next day. Question your assumptions. Why you do what you do. When someone says it can't be done, your answer should be, it just hasn't been done yet. Just remember, the purpose of your life is for you to rub up against the environment and to grow as a person. I'm dealing with individuals, I feel very fortunate. Business owners who build businesses that are multi-million-dollar businesses. And these business owners, what they did is they gave themselves, and I've mentioned this before, the greatest gift of all. And let me share what that gift was. They gave themselves the possibility to self-actualize. Not everybody chooses to self-actualize, but because they were on the front line, building their businesses, learning to deal with more increasing levels of complexity, they were able to create something in the physical world that people could go and admire. But the real growth, The real richness wasn't out there, it was in here. And it's our ability to go and question our assumptions when we're trying or when we're working towards reaching a goal, an authentic goal for us. And remember, the difference between a wish and a goal is a date. You guys have been awesome, and I look forward to sharing more thoughts with you, because the next video we're going to be shooting is going to be talking about cash flow quadrant. How do people make money? And I think this one's something that for the younger people, they should actually tune in. Have a wonderful day, and I look forward to actually continuing our conversations. But before we go, I'm going to ask a little favor of you. If you like my videos, please thumbs up. Please make a comment. Please give me some suggestions that I can make a future video on. Please share. And if you're just finding me for the first time and we're not connected yet, please follow me, befriend me. I like meeting people because that's how I learn in my environment. Have a wonderful day, and I look forward to seeing you next week. Speak to you soon.